ghosts awaken with the moonlight. Feel the rhythm, bring them to life. Now we're hunting where the chills bite. In the night, speakers bumping for the dead right. The energy flows in the dead night. Move the spirits to the sunrise. In the night, gotta feel that thumping. In the silence, hear the spirits jumping. Turn the bass up, let's ignite. Echoes bouncing in the fright night. Shadows grooving, out of sight. In the night. Flashlights beam like disco balls. Ancient whispers in the haunted halls. We drop the beat to move these spectral walls. In the night, feel the haunted heartbeats we invite. In the night, where the lost take flight. In the night, the echoes call with tales untold. Rhythmic chains and beats so cold. In the dark we break the mold. In the night, glowing eyes like embers bold. Or creatures dance no longer old. We the brave, we the bold. In the night, let the music haunt. Where specters rave and fears daunt. Grinning beats in the night, under stars. Our club is formed with no bounds. Phantoms split with every sound. In the night, thrills unleashed. Not a soul gets left behind. We're the pulse in the afterlife grind. In the night, DJs spin that necromantic flow. In our mix, the restless find repose. Spinning vinyl for ghostly ensembles. In the night, we're the heartbeat of the phantoms rave. In the shadows, where the whispers wave. Through the crypts, their echoes we save. In the night, throbbing pulses in the unearthed groove. Spectral disco, where the lost improve. Chasing whispers, every step we prove. In the night, we stoke the ghostly flame. Our beats are wild and forever untamed. In the night, lost souls step to the base's allure. In hidden rooms with histories pure. Living heartbeats fuel the spectral tour. In the night, dancing phantoms crave the vibrant beat. With every tempo they find their feet. Rising mist, the dance floor's ghostly heat. In the night, we sway where mortal eyes don't dare to peep. In the dark abyss, feel the floorboards creak. Echoing steps to the bass drum street. In the shadows where thrill seekers sneak. In the night, ghosts in the rafters start to sway. Every beat a spell we lay. Walls vibrate in a spectral play. In the night, draped in cobwebs, spirits rise to the rhythm under moonlit skies. In the night, feel the pulse like an exorcist rite. In the ruins where the shadows invite. Spectral feet to the rhythm's bite. Thriller beats, we the medium crew. In every step we're part something new. In the night with the crew in tow. Ghostly waltz in the neon's glow. In the night, where the spirits reunite. To our beats they're attracted like light. In the night where echoes cast their spells. Ghost hunters groove ringing midnight bells. In ancient crypts the rhythm compels. In the night, we conjure beats from the depths below. Where specters dance in the eerie glow. DJs drop that supernatural flow. In the night, energy spikes in the witching hour. With every drop, the apparitions devour. In the night, we chart the shadow course. With our sound, we fuel the spectral force. Echoing in the corridors we pass. Every melody a conduit to a mass. In the night, through the tombs we roam, with haunted hooks serenading the dome. Our tracks reverberate off the crumbling stone. In the night, we're never dancing alone. With every beat, lift the curse. Midnight's DJ, break the hearse. We pulse the rhythm for the spectral feast. In the graveyard where the phantoms are released, twist and turn, we summon every ghosted guest. In the night, till the morning confess. Late the night, cut through the thick cold fog. Unseen dancers in the poltergeist jog. The rhythm's magic casting spells in the fog. In the night with the epilogue. Waking spirits with our vibrant sound. In the night with the underground.